Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary folk ages, welcome to SpeedGaming 2 on our Open League Finals playoffs. We have Radical Sniper 99, aka Jesse, for JKLOL versus Maximum Barnage for Bottles on Empty. My name is Leoria, and I am joined today by Ninjembro. How are you, bro?
I am doing pretty good. I'm excited for this matchup. I've been looking forward to it. I'm glad that I get to do some commentary, and I think it'll be a good time.
I agree. It's always like just watching how I feel like our teammates have grown over the season is just really, really exciting to me. I've, seen Jesse grow as a cross keys player through not only league, but through the cross keys tournament as well. And I am just thrilled to have even made it this far in the tournament, but thrilled now to be commentating our boys in the playoffs here.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long, hard-fought battle by both teams, culminating here in the grand finals, which, both of these teams and the other conference final teams have already secured their positions in the Invitational League for next season. And I don't know about you, but that was definitely a huge weight off the shoulder for us. But, you got to go for those grand champion bragging rights,
Yeah, for sure. Like it's a weird thing. I kind of mentioned it before we started here that we kind of feel like a little bit of the pressure is off because our main goal was to make Invitational.
Right.
But now it's like, there's a little bit of extra pressure because, we want to win. Like,
Exactly.
we're here.
And it does look like right off the bat we get a little bit of route divergence by these two runners. Barnage going down for the fake flipper to get that Witch's Hut and quick Houlihan check in, while Radical Sniper heads up to the Uncle and Hyrule Castle area to do a couple tree pulls and get some additional drop down information here.
Yeah, and it does look like we've already found Ganon. Thank goodness. No hiding behind the pyramid today.
Immediate Ganon.
Yeah. Doesn't mean GT is not potentially required. It just means that, we won't require it to kill Ganon in particular.
Yeah. And nothing at the Witch's Hut and nothing at Hyrule Castle, so.
Yeah, that's pretty nice to say the least. Jesse here is going to be trying to use these bushes to try and get a tier 2, tier 3 here. I don't think he took any damage. Plus, they're in the good pack, so I wonder if he'll continue.
Yeah, he'll probably go back in and leave again and try to farm that 8-bomb drop. That's really lucrative.
Yeah, this is really nice. I will be completely honest. I did not pay attention to what the useless fairy drop was on Barnage's side. I definitely missed that.
I'd have to say the same. Lumberjack, and it was nothing. I was going to say, I imagine it was nothing considering he went immediately for the Houlihan.
See, this is why we have awesome tracking people like Toffile, who is just like on it and has been tracking a ton this tournament, if I do say so myself.
There's that 8-bomb drop, and we find Sanctuary at the Pyramid.
Oh, baby, early Dark World access. Let's go.
And Jesse about to get that information now. We're going to go up here and check the Pyramid Ledge. And finding just a piece of heart, you're going to see an immediate save and quit here from Barnage. So until we get some movement items or find some really good connectors, like this is going to be a pretty slow start since everything has to start from Link's house.
Yeah, that is true. It's not exactly fun to have, just Link's house as your light world start. Maybe we'll, get our old man saving quick kind of early here. But it's cross keys. Like, we'll see what happens.
Yep. And Jesse heading south while Barnage is heading here over to Kakariko, and we find Hotel Mario at the 3-minute mark.
GG Barnage. It was a great game. You found Hotel Mario, and that's the game right there, ladies and gentlemen. I wish
immediate GT as well.
Jeez. Oh my gosh.
So that was
Well,
the race game entrance. So we're going to get 2 quick checks here. Good news for Jesse. Like, you know, he's going to find this pretty soon as well.
yeah. You know, it's one of those things where I'm pretty sure Jesse does like to like kind of scout out some other areas and potentially get some items before heading into Kakariko, as we find the Fairy Ascension Cave over at the lake shop, which takes us to just a dam. Well, you know, that's cute, game. That's cute. Alright, so Barnage continuing his trek here through south of Kakariko Village. And we find Hyrule Castle here at the ferry outside of the eastern area. Hyrule Castle right.
Yeah, and with 6 bombs,
Yeah, he's going.
I think we're going to see Jesse head to the all the way to the back here. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be shocked either. It does seem like he's gonna kind of take it nice and easy, a little bit slower, finding that swamp small nice and early here. So no hunt there. We did find at the Magic Bat, by the way, the Cack Well. So
Yeah.
Barnage already kind of finding more of our drop-down info for us. Was that a vanilla snitch house?
I believe so.
That's fun.
And we got blacksmiths not far from home.
Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, so far other than that swamp small, not a huge amount of worth here in escape, but then again we've only found, you know, one more chest. I wonder if Jesse will end up scumming this as we find the lamp inside the dam. Ooh.
Yeah, and there were 300 rupees in the back of tavern, so we're pretty set on money here for a while.
Yeah, that's nice.
This green guard not playing very nice here. Jesse might going to use the bomb, and yeah, just what are we doing?
Just kill the guard. Oh,
Yeah,
he's trying to set up the death warp. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jesse, please. That's probably going to come out of my mouth a lot, honestly. Jesse, please.
Finding a lot of shops here on Barnage's side.
Yeah, not like super bad, just kind of like a Whoa.
We find
Jimbo, did you see that?
Did I see what?
A vanilla big key.
Sorry. we did find desert right at the bottom of what in Kakariko. I thought I missed something very big.
No, I just had to be a memer for just a half a second.
I was like, oh no, what happened?
What did I miss?
Oh no.
Oh, so Jesse's trying to kill these guards to farm for the bombs again, as Barnage pulls the book off of Bottle Vendor.
Yeah. Another fairy. And at the well, we have Trash Fairy.
Well, you know, again, getting a lot of our info here, and I like that Jesse finally like just straight up abandoned the bomb farm there and just decided to farm south of the Grove.
Yeah, pretty smart, and he's going to find a bunch of shops soon, plus that 300 rupee check. So there's the old man. So
there
that gives us a pretty convenient save and quit location.
Yeah,
once we actually get up to the mountain.
Now I'm going to assume here, although I probably shouldn't assume, But I'm going to assume here that Barnage did like back of tavern and stuff like that, and I just missed it because Kakariko has 7,000 things in it.
Yeah, back at Tavern was the 300.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
All right, heading on up to the Lost Woods while Jesse takes the Death Warp to get out of GT. And we have a vanilla Lost Woods drop down. That's always fun.
Yeah. And Barnage isn't even going to scout it. He's just going to drop on in. I like this.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long to get to, and we find a Meyer Small, so you get excited when you see that small key. You're like, this was a good blind check, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, and at the very least, that's going to, clean up some routing, at least.
Yeah. It does make that left side first route possible. And we find a Hera map.
Ooh.
And we're going to go check the ped.
Oh, baby. Sub 10 ped check. Chat, get hyped. Oh, gosh.
Ida Hera.
Oh,
incredible.
That's gross. I love it.
I mean...
Oh, I love it so much.
Very likely unnecessary, although logically possibly needed, but... unless that Hera big chest has something, or has something that's locking the hook shot, I don't think we're gonna see either of these runners go too far out of their way to try to get that big key.
Right. Oh, and seeing those bush crabs, Jesse's gonna feel, honestly, a little bit bad having farmed the guards as long as he did, especially since bombs were semi-free.
Yeah. Just getting that lamp while Barney just checking the lumberjack drop down and finding Uncle.
Well, that's honestly best case scenario for lumberjack drop down. And there's our flute.
So, remember what I was saying about, no good movement early?
Yeah.
Throw that out the window.
There it is. Well, and here's the great thing too is now, knowing where Old Man is right in Kakariko, you can get every entrance up there except for Hera. So as long as the Old Man connector doesn't let out at Hera, you can get yourself that better start right now.
Yep.
I think that was the back of Old Man right there, wasn't it?
Back of Old Man, so not really leading anywhere important for these runners today.
Right.
Jesse finding that desert and saying, you know what, I'll leave this for later.
Yeah, he considered it for half a second, but, opted to say, nah, later.
And at Sync, we have the Magic Bat.
All right, and I believe that covers all of our drop downs at this point. We are, as far as like for our knowledge, we know it all, and I believe Barnage knows all except for
Ganon.
No, and he would know Ganon by process of elimination, so he knows that Ganon is at Uncle.
And we get a flute activation here from Barnage.
Tweedle-da-deedle-dee.
Jesse going for the
jumping in.
Yeah. He says, I already know where Ganon is, so we can just blind check this. Oh, unfortunate.
Oh, bummer.
All right, where is Barnage going to fly off to here? It looks like South Shore, makes sense. And that flooded item is a small key for Pod.
I mean, good to find early. The earlier you find Pod, you want to have as many connectors as possible, right?
Yeah. And we do have that fairy ascension cave there at the dam.
Yeah, and we had seen that kind of earlier. It connected to the eastern shop.
Right.
Or not the eastern shop, forgive me, the lake shop. Words are hard.
And here we have Barnage heading into Hyrule Castle now.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of, kind of following in each other's footsteps, but not, super, like, crazy amount of following. That deboost made me very nervous. I won't lie to you. I'm intrigued that, knowing that the back of Escape is behind, behind GT, or behind a Hyrule Castle Small at this point, I suppose. I'm a little surprised that Jesse didn't opt to scum the small key, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be curious to see if Barnage does, knowing how potentially locked this could be.
I mean, Barnage has not save and quit, like,
At all.
at all, so
Yeah,
this is a committed play.
this is true. Right, Jesse gonna get his Harabig knowledge here on the ped. And, he's gonna just keep moseying around here, find the back of an old man, and, move on with his life.
Green Guard playing a little nicer for Barnage here.
Yeah, Green Guard was definitely a bit rude on Jesse's side. Sometimes you just get that RNG where he just charges at you, whether you like him to or not. Oh, a good point from our one of our second tracker, Jaxie. By virtue of the Hera Big being on ped, that confirms that Hera is a crystal of some sort.
That's a good point. We did find that Hera map, but we just know that it's a crystal by that information. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And Jesse getting that flute. Meanwhile, we're going to have Barnage heading here to Dark Cross, which is a new check for us.
I was gonna say, yeah, Jesse did not do this earlier, nor did he finish checking any of these connectors, I believe.
Yeah, well, he didn't have the lamp at that time, and had to
True.
kill that green guard, so wasn't able to set up the death warp. So it would have been pretty slow to get back out of there. We do find a glove.
Well. Sorry, not well. Dark Cross, but you get the idea.
All right, and Barnage now going to check those connectors, giving us a little bit new information. While Jesse's heading straight to activate that flute.
And there's our East Death Mountain access through Hyrule Castle Middle and our library with a big key on it right next door.
Yeah, so I have a feeling we're going to be finding the boots at maybe a reasonable time. Barnage finds what I believe is the Death Mountain descent.
Yes, it is indeed. Many an MG player will tell you that starting out, it's very easy to accidentally bonk into one of those holes. Finding Mimic Cave not super far off here either. It looks like he is going to go ahead and follow Dark Mountain Descent here to see where the opposite end lets out, whereas Jesse's going to head into Desert here to give us our Desert Map chest information, as well as possibly a connector or two.
And probably the torch as well, even though we won't be able to collect whatever's there.
True.
And we find the connector to Dark Floating Island as we get a shovel on Jesse's side.
Oh, geez, Louise.
And just a heart container on the torch. And we find Ice Palace on Dark Death Mountain.
And a nice shop. Barnish says, ooh, wait, hang on. A little low on bombs. Let's go ahead and buy something real quick. Oh, that's funny, game.
Yes, he does find the back of desert entrance.
And you said that it was just a heart container on the torch, correct?
Yep, just
So
a heart container and a torch.
Nothing too crazy.
Orange about to save and quit from that ferry, and then thinking, oh wait, I have this flute. And our shovel digs us up nothing.
Boo hiss. Alright, Jesse picking up his pod small here, and then heading... heading to the Desert Ferry. Whereas Barnage is going to be checking Light World Shopping Mall here. And with that glove can get everything.
Oh, the back of Turtle Rock, the laser bridge here.
And we do like that. It's it can be a little bit scary with the lasers basically one-hitting you at this point. Like, we're in Oko with 3 hearts.
Another pod dicey. Small. And Jesse going to check the Vanilla Desert entrance here. Ooh.
Ooh.
Getting hit by that last laser.
And there's our potion shop at the front of Desert here, so... not exactly the most convenient location, but, pending Mitts and Mirror here, it could be a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Jesse immediately fluting right back out so that he can check the Agina entry.
Yep, well, Barnard's going to head out and check Ice Rod Cave. And finding Swamp.
Well, we're just getting all of our dungeon locations right here.
And Brewery, so 2 out of 3. And a Turtle Rock Small.
Well, that's convenient, I guess?
Yeah. Jesse doing the bomb setup here for the fake flipper, and then saying, "Never mind."
Maybe not. All right.
Let's see.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, meanwhile, Barnage heading over here to the Hylia shop area. And Jesse getting his piece of heart. So 3 hearts, 20 minutes in. Not unheard of in cross keys.
No, this is true. Jesse gonna give us our West Death Mountain information here as Barnage finds the other side of Fairy Ascension Cave and just says, well, that's a dead connector.
I feel a little glad that he didn't go through that earlier.
Jesse taking every opportunity he can to heal up here so that he doesn't get, murdered by cabbages and dead rocks.
Let me find the chest game and Turtle Rock.
Well, fun.
I see Barnage flute to 5 here and finished the little loop he was working. And there's the front of Turtle Rock. Over there at the Death Mountain descent. Nothing up on Spectacle Rock. And there's the Turtle Rock Big Chest entrance. So we are missing 1 Turtle Rock entrance.
Yeah, just for for lack of a nicer term for it, the firing squad, if you will. you walk in and good luck.
Oh, and on Barnage's
Ooh.
side, we get Paradox Cave.
This is a nice find for Barnage. These 7 items can be really, really killer to help out here. And this was at Eastern Palace. We've already got a Turtle Rock Small here. So I believe that's 3 Turtle Rock Smalls.
2 or 3. I want to say 2. Because there's the one right by Laser Bridge, which I believe was our first.
Right.
And these
Oof.
mini Modorms are not playing nice. We're just going to have to be a little careful here. Alright.
Ooh, and unfortunately they're not in a helpful pack as far as gaining health here. But makes work of them. Good.
We got a back of desert on Dark Death Mountain.
I did miss. Was that Spike Cave or was that the Dark Mountain Ascent thing?
I believe it was the Lower Fairy Cave. I can't imagine that Jesse would see desert at Spike Cave and then just save and quit.
Yeah, true. True. Also, I'm sorry, chat. I didn't mean to curse that that old man was going to be at Hera. I'm sorry. It was not intentional. Also, I'm pretty sure the bottom of Paradox was just at Saha. Oh, at Dark Flute 5. Okay, just kidding. So we don't know where the top of Paradox lets out just yet, but that's A-okay.
Pod at the glove spot outside of desert, which a little unfortunate for Jesse, but it doesn't take a whole lot of time to get to once you do find that glove.
Oh no, and there's your hammer.
There's the hammer.
Can I just throw out there really fast that in my heart of hearts, because there is major progression here, I'm already calling this a pendant pod. Just throwing it out there, you know.
Barnage just spending the key on the front door.
I don't hate this as long as you are making sure that you are getting the in-logic items that way. You know, don't want to skip Stalfo's basement. Even though it's kind of a jerk to get back to sometimes, you don't want to miss out on it. But he can get, out of the 14 items here, he can get 11 of them.
Oh yeah.
So
Jesse here in Paradox Cave.
Forgive me, 10 of them, because Pod Big Key is a thing that is required to get one of the items.
There's the single arrow. I wonder if that was intentional on Jesse's side, but that was pretty nice.
Yeah, that worked out nicely.
Utilizing the chest opening time to freeze the mini Modorms in place.
Yeah, that I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it looks smooth. Like, it looked really nice.
Barnage setting up here for the hammer jump. Going to get those 2 items out of the pod maze. Something is missing there, Barnage. Looks like
I know wanting to open all the things, but unfortunately,
Jesse heading straight back up to Paradox Cave. Going to check the other connector.
These Kadongos not being nice to Barnage right now, but he does pull his first
sword.
Nice.
It's not the other connector. It's the spiral cave.
Ooh. Well, hello there.
at pointing out that Kadanga was being rude while Barnage is just twiddling his thumbs with a hammer in his hand.
Oh, snap. I didn't even think about that. Which, I mean, obviously Barnage didn't either, but that's brilliant. Well, okay there. So Spiral takes us out to the vanilla laser bridge ledge. So nothing of significant note here.
Mm-hmm. Barnage not going for the mimic clip here. Kind of a little surprising considering it looked like prior to the race he was practicing mimic clip quite a bit.
I was gonna say, yeah, I thought I had noticed him practicing it before. So I'm curious about that myself, but I wonder if it's a, some kind of just, I guess, gamble that he's making. Like, if it's there, I'm gonna be given bow early enough.
Mm-hmm.
But
Could also be one of
I
those things.
don't.
Well, I didn't see like how the practice was going necessarily, so maybe he's like, "Look, I'm not spending 5 minutes trying to do this for
Right.
2 items."
the the good old, what was it, 13-minute mimic clip.
Yeah, Bartage finding that potion shop and going to just loot right on away.
So as far as our knowledge here, because I'll be honest, I'm kind of semi-tracking here on the side, like with a map tracker to keep track of these entrances. As far as our knowledge goes here, there's not a huge amount left that we, like, entrance-wise, we don't know.
Yeah,
You have the Light Mountain Ascension, you have the, like, Dark Temple, like Dark Saha's Closet, I guess if you can call it that. The ferry right outside of Pod, which we're getting right now, and it's Hookshot Cave.
yep. And another pod key in the well on Barnage's side, but not much else coming out of the well check there.
Yeah, I'm sure to a small degree Barnage is going to be feeling like, I was just there, but also, that puts you in that kind of awful decision of, am I going to I guess for lack of a better word, like, am I going to uh use it on Harmless Hellway? Am I going to use it on Vanilla Big Key?
Right, right. Jesse's showing us this connector, leading us up to the top of Hyrule Castle. That
This
was
could
the
be nice.
Dark Saha. And there's the
And there's the Moon
pearl.
Pearl. Wow. Okay, so that is Dark World access for Jesse here. I'm a little teensy bit surprised. No, starting at Sank. Sorry, words are hard and brain is not happening.
Although
Cross keys do things.
starting at Sank doesn't really get Jesse much that he hasn't already seen, though. Because he just did a bunch of those entrances, and he has no hammer to get around, no glove to get around. So actually, I don't think there's anything other than the pod entrance that he can get there, and he is about to get that glove.
He can get the pod entrance, but he can also check the other side of Hookshot Cave.
That's
which
true.
He just saw and could be a connector to West Dark World. But this I like. Go get your glove, Jesse. Me gusta.
Meanwhile, Barnage is heading over and doing the spiral cave check here. And there is Jesse's glove. He's going to be feeling pretty good about that. The question is, does he make his way into Pod to get that hammer? And it looks like the answer is Probably.
Yes. Which is gonna feel even better for him because this is going to be not awful Dark World access. This is gonna be great Dark World access. You know, this is access everywhere except for Dark Death Mountain at this point.
Right.
And Mire, for that matter.
Look like Barnage is heading over here to do the Death Mountain checks that we already saw on Jesse's side. I find it sometimes a little tricky to track who has done what in a cross case race in terms of entrance checks. So I'm not sure on Barnage's side how soon he will be funneled to that Moon Pearl.
Well, especially since it was, like you said, like a series of awkward connector to get there. You know, start at Sank or go through Paradox Cave again, and then go through Spec Rock to get up there. I mean, it's kind of gross, to say the least. Yeah, we do have Jesse going through here, and Jesse does not have more than just the one pod key here, so he is going to go for this Mimic clip.
Yeah, and not going to get that early sword that Barnage has.
Unless, as Pod likes to do,
yeah,
could there be a vanilla/French vanilla key here on Bolock's side? As we're just kind of slowly pause buffering our way to getting this Mimic more and more into this wall. Barnage going to be finding his back of desert here very shortly. And then we'll see where he opts to go next here. He does have Mimic Cave that he could do now over on East Death Mountain, but again, getting there is kind of ick.
Yeah, and it's... You know, all that for one item when you still have, like, entrances you could be checking. I mean, they're both reasonable plays. We are going to see Barnage steal the small key here. Pretty smart play, I would say, just because being able to save scum it right now is super easy given the right side desert entrance location. Just being like super free in Kakariko.
Alright, so nothing on Bolock's side, unfortunately. Jesse taking the Death Warp to get back out as quickly as he can here. Is going to be missing out at that sword on the back, but, you know, is what it is. He'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, and you have that hammer, so like you have a weapon at this point. It's not the, it's not the weapon that you necessarily want to have as your only weapon.
Right.
But...
Go ahead. I'm so sorry. I cut you off.
No, I was wondering what Barnage was doing there.
Yeah, and so Jesse, taking that hammer, doing exactly what we saw Barnage do, rushing the well here, knowing that there's 5 items right here. We got a heart container on right side desert here. He is ready to scum it, and we're going to see him reset here more likely than not, saving that small key. Yep. To answer your question / comment in chat, yes, it is possible to do Mimic Clip without pausing. However, it is still single frame movements, and it is incredibly tight to be able to do. And so pause buffers give you that confirmation of nailing the single frame movement. Yes, can it be done faster? Sure. But on average, most people are not going to be able to RTA Mimic Clip. It's single frame motions. Just wanted to call that out there real quick. Because Mimic Clip is not an easy trick to RTA. John, please. Sorry, I had to call him out.
And Jesse going to do this laser bridge play here. Barnage getting that Desert Torch intel of it's nothing.
Yeah, and Jesse also having that of I was just there with that pod small on laser bridge, but again, it is what it is. You've got what you got. You got your hammer, which was the big find in pod. The sword kind of being the secondary find.
Yep. And Barnage going to give us this left desert entrance, which is just the front of desert.
Well,
I don't think we ever saw that on Jesse's side.
No, we didn't. He bailed. He said, "Nah, I'm fluting away." That's pretty great. All right, looks like Jesse's going to be going for Vanilla Swamp Palace and Hype Cave entrances here, going into this dark world. Whereas Barnage is going to take that shovel, get his 10 arrows, I think it was, from it.
Sounds about right. $10 arrows or 20 rupees or something. Yep, 10 arrows. Gonna flute away while Jesse, as you said, is checking this Swamp Palace entrance.
Ooh.
And finding Bumper Cave.
Yeah. Nothing we can do with that at this point, and one can only hope that it is not a situation where that connector becomes a required thing. Mm-hmm. As far as major connectors, we still, are potentially looking for. We would very much like to maybe see our vanilla bumper ledge connector.
Right.
And maybe a connector to Meyer. But other than that, I don't think there's really much else. We already know one of the connectors goes to Hera.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Jesse.
Oh.
No! Oof.
Fortunately, not a massive time loss here. You're just 2 rooms away.
Yeah, it's more just an annoyance.
Oh, yeah.
Than anything.
Meanwhile, Barnage.
Yep. Go ahead.
5 rupees.
I did not see what was on the ledge, but I'm just going to safely assume that it was nothing and live with my assumption. So gross.
Oh, Jesse.
Oh, Jesse, please. Jesse, please.
Oh, no.
No, dude. This is so hurtful. I mean, he's kind of stubborning it because it is in logic, but yeah, okay, I agree with this. Come back
just saying, I'm done with this. I will come back for this later.
Well, and it's I don't want to say like free to get back to, but it is basically free. You save and quit, and boom. Like just like ugh. That just doesn't feel good though, like in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, and Barnage getting dead rocked, so we just have unfortunate deaths all over the place here.
Yeah, the enemies that rush you down, they want you dead. And they try real hard to kill you.
And like, it's just a known fact of the universe that dead rocks are the worst, so...
Accurate. Can confirm. They are, in fact, the worst. Alright, so Barnage here, I'm assuming going back to Hyrule Castle, maybe to check the Hyrule Castle left exit, because we haven't seen that, or maybe he's going right back up the mountain for...
He really wants that item at Mimic Cave. Which you can't really fault him at this point, because he's basically looking at very little left that he can do.
Right.
So he's going to prioritize item checks over entrance checks at this point, hoping for that pearl or some type of progression. And we do find the other hookshot cave entrance here.
At archery game, for that matter.
Yeah, and Jesse opening that bomb wall and then being like, "Oh wait, I've already seen the other side of this."
Wait, duh. Been here, done that. All right, dig game. What you got for us?
Yes, 10 arrows. We're going to get the save and quit Barnage, heading back over to give us that Hyrule Castle connector.
Yeah, I like this. I don't think we've seen this from Jesse's side either, so this should be new information. Survey says Light World Death Mountain Descent. Okay.
So, not particularly exciting.
Wait. Has Barnage already checked the Death Mountain Ascent cave? Because
I don't know.
Because that is a checkable entrance with that glove. Yeah, Barnage kind of seems like he's in a what do kind of moment here. Like, where am I going? What do I have? What do I have available? And yeah, chat, I apologize. When I say Jesse, I do refer to Radical Sniper. Problem with being teamed with him, I call him by his name. I will.
And also, if I recall correctly, in most of the discords,
yeah,
in which he's a racer in, he has his name in. Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Barnage is going to go ahead and do bomb jumps over here to Stalfos Room of GT. This isn't in logic, and I don't know if this first one... Yeah, he's having a moment here, just like trying to figure out, like, what am I missing?
The Skull Woods big key in Skull Woods, by the way. Ooh,
that's a thing. And of course, our always vanilla Skullwoods small key. In cross keys, that small key will always be in that chest.
Yep.
We did get powder as well. So that magic bat check at the vanilla back of escape. Oh, well.
There's the hook shot.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how quickly here this is starting to like swing, right? Like for a good chunk of this, like Barnage was ahead on finding particular items. Like his early Dark Cross really helped him getting that glove early, getting that hammer early. Jesse finds a moon pearl through bunny walking, and then boom, here we are. But this is cross keys for you. Like this is what happens, you know?
Yep.
It's not over until the blue pig screams.
One of those.
Something like that.
Okay, so Barnage going to Sank here.
So he's gonna do his
on the right track.
Oh man, if only Jesse had a sword right now. Just bombos everything.
This room is tough, but now utilizing that hammer, 4 quick hits on the Gibdos. I mean, quick, you know, this is a speed run, we gotta go fast, but every once in a while you have to sacrifice the frames in order to, you know, not die.
Right.
Barnage finding that hookshot cave.
Yep, heading up here to Spectacle Rock now.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what item it was. I think it was trash, but it leads us to our Moon Pearl, which is the important bit.
Yep. And he had already seen the Dark 5 spot, so No reason to go over there. I believe we saw that on Barnage's side anyway.
Yeah, it was the bottom of Paradox Cave.
Yeah, I knew it was from Paradox. I just could not remember who has seen which connectors from that. And Barnage about to get his pearl.
There we go. He's going to be feeling... Well, I don't know much better. I think that might have been a last location for him, but, you know, at least he has his Dark World access now, right? Like,
yeah.
All right, so Dark Lumberjack, a whole lot of nothing. Just the front of the tavern. Bumper Ledge, nothing. Jesse is going to be checking this Bumper Ledge cave here as Barnage is going to be hitting the Dark World up from the Flute 3 spot. And we've got Thieves Town.
Yeah, a quick 4 checks here. Oh yeah, the red boomerang. Everybody's absolute favorite item.
I'm not sure if sarcasm or not, but Jesse absolutely adores the Red Ring. he is full on part of the Red Ring gang.
That is really unfortunate. You know, Jesse, if you're watching this one back, you know, I respected you. I just don't know if that respect can continue, man.
Oh man. Look, I'm full on like boomerang gang. Like, if you can do what you need to do with a boomerang, go for it, buddy. Like, you know.
The front four of Thieves not giving us much of anything. Barnage getting that powder. Going to get the skull big key here.
I decided this was a good idea putting us together.
I don't know, but I'm absolutely loving it.
This is great. This is fantastic.
Barney's going to get that vanilla small key here in... Actually, I don't even know if this is vanilla. We just call it vanilla because we can, and nobody can stop us.
Oh, hey! Here's our thing to the mountain. Our old man thingy at the Dark Chapel.
And this actually also gives us... This gives us really, really annoying access to a couple East Death Mountain entrances that just be really, really, really nasty.
Here's the stupid part, is he's not going to be able to do those right now.
Right.
He can check Ether Tablet here, but then he has to drop down. He can't even go and check those right now. He has to do all this annoying nonsense again. Oh, that's icky. I'm so sorry.
Just some rupees at Ether.
I mean, that's nice, I suppose. But also...
So,
just a rupee pile, that's only like, what, 50? Maybe 100?
Something like that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Jesse does have hookshot though, so he can hookshot over here to
do all these entrances that I'm not Has Jesse been over here? He has to have been, right? But maybe not.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. I know he has... He's going to go ahead and do Mimic Cave here. If he does know this is here, then he's taking care of this real quick. And this might be all he does then if he knows, but I honestly don't remember. I don't feel like he's been over here though. Chat never change.
So we have not.
Does he know?
No. Yeah. So here, Barnage now going back to GT to get his revenge after coming here and realizing, you know, I could bomb jump a bunch of times, but with 1.5 hearts or something along those lines, you know, I'm not going to make it very far.
True, true. Jesse, meanwhile, saying, hey, you know what? Fine. I died. Let's go do Magic Bat. Maybe we'll see him check the Dark Mountain, or not Dark, sorry, Death Mountain Ascent. Ooh, hello. Vanilla / French vanilla small key in Stalfos room?
You know, I'm just going to go like 2000 IQ and say that that's vanilla, even though it's probably not.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm totally down for this.
Look, again, we're adults here. Like, we can just say things like that, and nobody can stop us. I mean, I guess that's not
Yeah.
true. Somebody could
No.
stop us, absolutely, but...
I mean, we could just all of a sudden be kicked out of the channel, but who's gonna do that?
Yo, a map to Hyrule Castle. That's a really good one.
That's pretty pog. I will say Jesse found a map as well, but it was the map of Ice Palace, so like slightly more useful.
Slightly.
Just slightly, though. Where are adults? Mod check?
So, Jesse also heading over to GT here. Barnage, meanwhile, getting that heart under the pot because he knew he was going to get hit by that fire snake, and that if he didn't get that heart, he would die. So, really good forward thinking there.
Bailed out though. With
finally, our
refill.
5 hearts.
Yeah. Bailed out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you know, we've got a rando room. It's look, more pieces of hearts and another map.
More maps to Skull Woods. Another heart. Yo, we are finally getting healthy.
Imagine right now. Oh, Jesse has to do this the gross way. But hey, 5 rupee stun prize, you know.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, actually stunning there isn't like the absolute worst thing, because it's just not a fun room no matter what.
Right.
Like,
it just, you know, with having the sword, Barnage was able to just super quickly be like, haha, ring of fire.
Like, I don't know if this is, like, true or not, but I had heard this one time, so I'm going to go with it. Like, the reason that the Dark Magician strat is called that way is because Dark Magician, the runner, like, routed that way because he just hated dealing with those skeletons. So he just, like, purposely routed that way so he could avoid killing them and just mirror and go right side.
Dude, I'm here for it. Like, that's glorious to me. Like...
There's another pod small key in Bob's chest, and we get Ice Armos without the bow. But we do have Fighter Sword, which isn't the worst. I want to say 12 slashes per night.
You know what's great here? Jesse doesn't have a sword. So he's gonna either attempt hammer strats, or boys and girls and non-binary folk, we're gonna see some good rank strats.
It's so unfortunately slow.
I know. It's so bad.
It's something along the lines of like
40.
It's somewhere between 1 and 800 boomerang hits per Armos inclusive.
That seems like a pretty good estimate.
But yeah, 48 sounds about right. Barnage switching to the hammer here.
And like just nailing it. Holy cow. Well.
Oh, right as you say that.
I'll stop talking. Nailing it. Okay.
Jesse doing the bomb jump to get over there too. Oh,
what?
Oh.
Wow.
And another small key to this dungeon. What is this game? And the swamp, big.
Oh my lord. Malanta.
Okay.
That's gross. That's so gross.
So, for your team's sake, we really hope that Jesse pulls this off.
Yeah. Agreed. Now, I will say, at least there are two bows in the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, watch the second bow just... Yes! Watch the second bow just be sitting in Swamp Big, but, you know.
Oh, that'd be disgusting. We do see Barnage heading back to pod here. I'm going to go do that bow lock side and probably clean up a couple other checks. I don't know if we had seen before, but it does look like pod is a pendant. So you're more incentivized now to use those keys a little more liberally.
Did I not? Oh no! Wait, did he leave? Did he leave?
Yeah, he was just like, you know what? This fight is the worst. I am going to just leave this and come back way later.
No!
There's absolutely no way that anything important could be here. So
No! Jesse, please! Okay, this is fine. You know, everything is great because I was right. It is a pendant pod.
you know, as somebody in chat said, you know, it's only 3 items. Like, how bad could it be?
Yeah, right. Okay, so moving on with our lives here, you know, we still don't have a pod big though, which is kind of a little bit why I find this surprising, but I don't hate it. I do wonder if Barnage is going to use both small keys here though, and just hope he finds a 5th.
Probably with it being a pendant, like I would just use all my keys in this scenario and be like, you know, if I find the small key and another small key and have to come back here, or find the big key and have to come back here, like so be it. But I think he's probably trying to make this his last trip in the pod.
Yeah, I don't hate that honestly.
Saving and quitting though, so not doing that.
Not doing no way.
These runners are doing a really good job of like us saying they're probably going to do one thing and then doing exactly the opposite.
Nah. Yeah.
You know, like, oh,
Yeah.
let's go get this bow behind Ice Armos. You know, let's kill 1 or 2 of them. Like, clearly going to go back here and get this. Like, this is looking save and quit. Oh, jeez.
Fine. Okay.
Barnage setting up the fake flipper here by the witch's hut. Meanwhile, Jesse heading over to the pod entrance.
I wonder if this is just to get over here faster? I'm not... I guess he's going for Magic Bat? Yeah. That would explain why he has powder out.
An hour into this race, just want to remind everybody that this is the Link to the Past Randomizer Season 4 Open League Playoffs Grand Finals between JKLOL and Bottles on Empty. We do have a cross keys race going on here. This is game 2 of a best of 5, with game 3 happening tomorrow evening at, I want to say 8 p.m. Eastern.
That sounds right. I feel like I should know that.
Oh yeah, because it is Leoria.
Yeah.
It's maniacal.
I'll probably check that. What time is my race tomorrow? Yeah, 8. 8 o'clock. 8:10 on Restream. We got this, guys.
And make sure that you give both of these runners a follow if you like what you're seeing. I know both of them do lots of rando.
Yeah. Alrighty, so just I don't even remember what was there. I think a shop at Dark Witch's Hut. I wasn't even paying attention. No, it was Waterfall Fairy. Just kidding. Look, see, I'm just yeah. Jesse's least favorite check.
Yeah, the good old catfish.
It sucks.
Barnage getting that ice big. Oh, and our ice rod on catfish. That's a pretty missable location. And since I say that, Barnage will probably get it in like the next 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, how dare we make calls and then nothing.
Although checking this Hookshot Cave connector, which I believe is going to bring us out. Dark Lumberjack, maybe?
Archery game.
No, archery game.
So, gonna get our dig game here. Jesse, meanwhile, I wonder if he's gonna go ahead and go up the Old Man Ascent again and head over to East Death Mountain.
Oh, that would be...
No? Oh?
That would be really good.
Says,
oh, you know...
good, but he's like,
we have
VOO.
Yeah, we have like 17,000 entrances over here in Village of Outcast that we haven't seen yet from either runner, as far as I remember. So probably checking
That's
those
true.
before taking the really slow old man
Ooh,
some
look,
free money.
free money. But we're not partaking because there's better money elsewhere, and we have like 17,000 rupees.
Barnage, meanwhile, going to clean up some of these checks that we saw on Jesse's side a while ago. Even more free money. Like that guy just has like multiple vacation homes.
Can we just say that the next check is going to be archery game
That would be
for
incredible.
all the money right here? Come on, Sea House, don't let me down. You're really archery game.
Oh, it's
Top
the
of Paradox. Boo.
and Jesse being like, "Oh yeah, I have seen this already."
Boo.
I got really
kid.
excited because the music faded, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's archery game!"
It's happening.
Oh, there's our
Oh,
a bomb shop. Skullwoods and ice are 5/6 crystals.
this is good information, and I totally missed it earlier, but apparently Barnage must have checked his Eastern Palace map and found out it's the green pendant, because I don't think we've seen,
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen Saha.
So
Good to know. Go for it.
Jesse has abandoned 20 rupees
Yeah.
in Castle Tower.
Like, I'm so glad that happened.
Oh, and here's Sick Kid. We
no
don't have a
bottle.
bottle though.
Sad day.
Um,
Wait, we didn't check Hammer House.
yeah, I was just about to say that
Physically.
exact same thing. Could you like not read my mind? It's really
Sorry.
like really disturbing. I don't approve of that.
Sorry, I will 100% ask for consent before reading your mind next
Okay,
time. I know it's quite an invasion.
yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, unfortunately you skipped that. I wonder if that was just a, I just forgot that it exists. I mean, I have walked right past it before, forgetting that I can go in.
Yeah.
But Jesse with those 3 extra small keys makes a lot of sense. Heading back into pod here, going to get that
Yeah.
sword pretty soon.
All right, Bardage trying to do the splash delete there. I'm assuming trying to get over to Dark Shopping Mall.
Yeah.
Which I don't hate, but just didn't quite happen for him. I'm pretty sure he had saved and quit after fighting Ice Armos, so I don't think the Ancilla would have been messed up, but I also know very little about Ancilla, if I'm being 100% honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. We could continue like the light memeing and say he was just trying to fake flipper over to the pod area, forgetting that he could just get there very easily. But no, he was definitely trying to get over to Dark Shopping Mall there, which is really dangerous because there's all those like stupid green bomb dropping idiots everywhere. Which I forget who it was that called them that in one of the races yesterday, but I've committed to calling them that for the rest of my life. Just stupid green bomb dropping idiots. And there are the myths in Harmless Hellway, which Barnage was like, there's no reason to go there whatsoever. It's just one item.
Oh, snap, though. This is... Okay, remember how I had said, like, swinging back and forth here? Like,
yeah.
Like, the Moon Pearl kind of swung it to Jesse a little, and then, like, the bow swung it back towards Barnage, and now we're like, hey, here's another swing. But it's still like,
the good thing for Barnage is like the mitts don't open a whole lot in cross keys. Like they can, but it's not necessarily like a guarantee. Like you're 1 or 2 like really fortunate connectors away from the mitts just being like a quality of life item.
Right.
And we've already seen a connector that led us to the vanilla Turtle Rock entrance. So some of those entrances up there are already covered. I don't think we've seen the Mire area yet, though, so that could be huge for Jesse.
Yeah, we haven't seen it at all here. Thieves Town, by the way, is a blue crystal, so We're creeping our way towards our pendant crystal knowledge here. We just need knowledge of the green pendant and we will have it. Speaking of Meyer.
Yeah, I mean, this makes a lot of sense on Jesse's side. Like, you got those mitts, immediately chase them, and we can access the Vanilla Meyer entrance. Yo, chickens!
Guess what?
You read my mind again by saying yo?
Chicken Hut.
Oh, even better.
I stole that from Will WC. He's my buddy.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. I like that.
He pulled it for me. I gotta give credit where credit's due.
Oh, the other side of Bumper Cave. So, Jesse's, 800 IQ big brain play really paying off there.
Right?
Jesse checking the Meyer entrance here while Barnage is going to find Rupee Guy's vacation homes.
Yeah. And
So far this play, like these mitts have led to a piece of heart and a piece of heart. Let's see what we get in this this next cave.
Will it be a piece of heart?
Oh, it's Meyer. It's a pretty good consolation prize.
I mean, yeah. I wonder if Jesse will dip it and just clear what he can. Well, hello.
And
he will beat this.
Skull. Yeah. No reason not to do this.
And he's 100% fine with doing the bomb jump here with the lamp. So fire rods. The lack of fire rod's not going to stop him from doing this. He's just going to burn all these mummies.
So, Barnage, you need to get back to pod. Please and thank you.
It's so hard to incentivize yourself to go back there, though. There's literally only one thing he can get. And without having 6 small keys, because the mitts are 6 key locked.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, I don't blame him for hard avoiding it, is really what I'm trying to get at here.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and I don't blame Jesse for this either. Like, making sure he's full health going into this moth fight, because hammer / fighter sword moth kind of sucks.
It's definitely not the greatest.
This ain't the greatest show. Sorry, I'm terrible.
Moth playing very nice so far.
Great.
Emphasis on so far.
Yeah. Jesse's still having to play a little bit of dodge spike here.
Yeah, I'm playing a little more cautious now, being down to 3 hearts. There it is.
And there he goes. Nice.
Yeah, I was pretty sure Moth was down to like 1 hit, and there's the flippers.
Now, logically speaking, you do need Fire Rod to get those. Like, the game does not expect you to be able to bomb jump and do lamp shenanigans here.
Yeah, the flippers are locked behind like literally everything in the game right now, because it's also locked behind Styx pod smalls wherever they may be.
That's true. But man, this is really, can we just say this is a game? Like, Cross Keys is such a interesting thing to watch. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's just so weird.
Oh, and the Thieves big key. Saving and quitting and just leaving Meyer there. Although Meyer's a quick flute away to get back to, so.
Yeah, and pulling that big key to Thieves as well as flippers. Jesse hasn't done Light World Shopping Mall, so he's gonna be able to do a few things here. At least I don't think he has. I could be wrong. Actually, he might be going to Swamp here.
We do have the Swamp Small. We have the Swamp. No, we do not have the swamp big on Jesse's side.
No, I believe
That was
only
behind
Barnage
the
has the
Ice
swamp big.
Armos.
Yes. With that other weapon that shall not be named.
Yeah, I should have known that this was going to be the swamp play because I've been tracking dungeon entrance locations only and just completely neglecting to look at that map all the time. So, like, when he was walking over here, I'm like, this is the GT play. Like, no, GT
No,
is over
GT's
at
like
Race Game.
over.
It's on the other side of the world.
I'll have to show you my shenanigans after the fact because I've got like I don't use Dunka Tracker because I like pictures instead of conspiracy theory lines, but it still feels very much like a Charlie Day conspiracy theory chart going on.
Love it.
Because, you know, of course, why would I just track one person's entrances? I want to track it all. And then,
Yeah, over here we got a single entrance tracker that only has dungeons and untitled notepad that has nothing typed in it.
Brilliant.
You know, I was like, maybe I will actually write notes down.
Yeah. Can we shout out really quickly Toffile again for pointing out that because Eastern and Pod are both pendants, we might not even actually need a bow.
Yeah, that is very true.
Like, who needs? Hey!
Oh, a Master Sword.
Oh, baby.
That is, one item closer to go mode. I say, as we're still missing, like
3,000 items, approximately.
Yeah, like we're actually missing a pretty good amount of stuff at this point, and Barnage about to get his ice rod, so not quite 3 minutes later, but
yeah, he did get it though.
He did get it. That's what we like. So yeah, Maniacal pointing out in chat, both swords that we have right now are locked behind all 6 pod smalls, which is really kind of great.
That's pretty hilarious, which then makes me wonder, like, where are all the pod smalls?
Where are these other ones?
East Death Mountain.
And one of them was also locked behind like the other sword because you need that sword to get into the moth fight. Like, most people just don't care about logic in cross keys, but sometimes it's really fun to think about. Like, what if I played a cross key seed, like staying in logic 100% of the time, and make seeds take like 3 hours?
Yeah. Shout out to Barnage, by the way, for swimming back so that he can go to Dark Shopping Mall via the portal.
Oh, that's smart. As long as he doesn't get hit by the green bomb dropping idiot there, okay, we're good.
Yeah. Shoo. Oh, I totally forgot he doesn't have the flippers. Yeah, that was a fake flipper. I missed that. Yeah.
Left side swamp had a bunch of nonsense, if I recall. It was definitely 20 rupees and also a question mark.
A Hera small key was the other question mark.
Oh, that's actually more exciting than I thought.
Yeah, we haven't found a Hera.
Yo, Hype Cave.
Yo, Hype. Small key to ice.
This Hype Cave is the big key to Turtle Rock. That's a good one.
This Hype Cave is somewhere in Dark Shopping Mall. I'm just gonna put it here, or I could just wait 2 seconds and mark it after.
For a second, I was like, oh man, hopefully we find a pod small here leading him back to pod. But considering it's literally impossible, that was never going to happen.
Shoutouts to Go Mode and Bugnet on Jesse's side in Diver Down Room.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I really hope there's another sword in Eastern, putting like all 3 swords behind 6 pod, like 3 out of the 4 swords behind 6 pod smalls. That'd be really incredible.
It would be so stupid. I love it.
Actually, let's just go full meme and just put the last 2 swords here in Eastern.
You know. Oh look, we're getting all the hearts now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they had to be somewhere. Why not put them in pendant dungeons? You know, so far out of logic that your brain can't even handle it.
Alright, though I will say the lack of a swamp big key could potentially be a thing. Perhaps it's another sword. Perhaps it's the other bow.
It's definitely a piece of heart, right?
I mean, I was going with one of the green rupees, but yeah.
Oh, Castle Tower. Yo, really nice. Phase 2 there on Jesse's side.
That was very nice. And Crystal.
Yeah, so really quick back-to-back crystals there on Jesse's side, giving him the 2-0 crystal lead. Barnage just got a small key to Castle Tower, the one that you love to see. It was definitely not a pod key, just reiterating that, making sure we're all well aware. Jesse, meanwhile, is going to go over here and check some of these flipper checks.
Not checking Ice Palace Island, but I understand that he may end there, honestly.
Yeah.
Or just say screwed, I don't feel like it today.
Yo, there's the Hyrule Castle Small, locked behind 6 pod smalls, locking the mitts to go get your flippers.
Off of Moth, which is somehow still locking, still Fire Rod locked elsewhere.
Yeah, wherever that Fire Rod is, we don't even know. Maybe the Fire Rod is just locked behind 6 pod smalls too. We have literally no way. We'll never figure it out. We'll never find out.
Fire Rod's just dead to us. We're just saying TR is going to be the other pendant. Just be done with it.
Barnage internally saying, I am so far out of logic right now that I am just going to continue down this road.
Just go for it. I'm here for this. Let's go.
Maniacal pointing out in chat that this Hyrule Castle Small could lead us to pod smalls. I feel like it's incredibly unlikely. Because we could have the access to beat GT out there somewhere, leading us to the pyramid drop down.
Ew! Oh, gross. That's so gross.
So this just being a really different and weird way of getting these potential pod smalls that they probably aren't, but if it is,
oh, this could be hilarious.
It would just be really, really funny.
What a circle of logic that would be. No, we have all 4 GT smalls, I believe, because they walked into GT with 2, I thought, got 1 out of Stalfos room, and then I thought there was 1 more behind Ice Armos. I could be wrong though. Yeah, 2 of them are in GT. I thought they found 2 in... Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, but Back of Escape has just nothing. It's really unfortunate.
It's dead, Jim.
Alright, here's those Hylia Island checks on Jesse's side. We get a scam treasure chest game that doesn't actually have any items. And Ice Palace... Oh, Mire Shed. That's nice.
Yeah. Nice little 2 checks here.
Yo, the blue boom. Let's go. And oh, the big... Oh, so... in case it's not obvious now, confirmed that there were no pod small keys in Back of Escape. It's not logically possible anymore.
Just in case you guys missed it and didn't notice the 3 checks being open, it can't be possible now.
Yo, Barnage finding the boots.
Oh, the boots!
Up
Go fast!
And Vanilla Hookshot Cave, that's pretty great. Nothing else really important up here. He's gonna go down here and do Ice Palace though. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
very clear. Like, I think Ice Palace was the main reason for making this play. But you got Boots as like a little consolation prize. That's, you can't ask for anything more really. Like,
Right.
Christmas came a little late for Barnage here, but at least it came.
This is true. Yeah, and that's the library big key as well. That's very, very true.
Now, granted, that's like a very super free Boots. As I say that, as I'm just like, I don't even remember where that connector was. Like, I've seen Barnage get there like twice so far this seed, and I just don't remember how he did it. It's just,
Right.
I look away for a minute, and then I look back, and he's just being spit out Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's the brothers connector, which is from Eastern Palace Ferry thing, I think.
Sounds about right.
Eastern Palace Ferry Cave, the one right outside. I don't know. I'm checking notes. I'm being like Santa Claus. I'm checking them twice or whatever.
Yeah, I'm over here thinking like, Barnage, why aren't you doing Icebreaker, you fool? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, we don't have the red cane. So that's kind of important if you want an Icebreaker.
Shout out to the bottom of Super Bunny Cave there at the Myths Locked Cave on East Death Mountain.
Yeah.
Jesse hasn't checked any of these apparently.
Jesse has a really good path to those boots by going all the way through the Old Man Ascension Cave again, and then going across and going through the Turtle Rock portal.
He could also just go up that Dark Mountain Descent Cave, which spits out at Floating Island, I believe.
Oh, yeah. We did see that earlier.
But he is opting to take the one-way connector as opposed to the, pseudo two-way connector that we know as a one-way connector.
Right. Have we seen the two chests? Have we seen the other side of
Super Bunny? I don't think so.
Yet? Yeah, I don't think so either.
So new things.
Yo, what are we going to find here? Yo,
first, Quake medallion to open Turtle Rock.
Yo, $40. Yeah, so in case Barnage ever wants to like go back through that connector the other way, but first he will have to find those smiths to be able to do that. So
true.
Yo, there's that piece of heart.
Yeah.
So we definitely did not see that before.
No, we did not. Jesse, do you not want to do Thieves Town? You have the big key? He says, nah. I want small key.
Yeah, like I'm guessing that's what this is, and not him just being like, oh, he's like, oh, I forgot this. I want to go down here and do this, and then I'll go back to Thieves Town.
100%. This is totally not a oh dude, I goofed. But he can also do
hammer pegs.
Hammer pegs. Yeah.
And the smith chain.
Mm-hmm. Although no mirror makes that kind of an bleh, but it is an option. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Okay. We're fine. This is fine. Nothing's on fire.
Barnage still just like cleaning up in Ice Palace and not finding a whole lot. I think there was like a map and some rupees. We do have the ice big. Oh, ooh. We got a. So just in case everybody's keeping track, we will not find a pod small here in Mini Motorm Cave.
That is correct.
We will find a big key to Eastern, though.
Which Jesse doesn't know where that is, but that could push him eventually in that direction, to get his Turtle Rock big over in Hype Cave, which is next door to Eastern in Dark Shopping Mall. But again, he doesn't know that's there, so Also, he can't beat Eastern because no bow.
So Barnage going to have a green male fighter sword / hammer cold stare here, which is not ideal. Even with 10 hearts, like anything in this room hits like a truck.
Yeah, this is not fun. Seriously, blessings to Barnage, because Cold Stare already sucks, but then, like, this kind of situation. Oh, wow! Hello!
Yo, Gray Corvid here in chat,
Right?
just like having the insider info.
Dude, Gray. Okay, so story about Gray Corvid, real quick. I think it was Mentor Tournament 2020. Gray was doing one of his races, and I think did mirrorless smith chain and had a mirror on purple chest. And like since then, it's almost been like his meme, like how my meme is pendant pod, like his meme is mirrorless smith and like mirror being on smith. And so this, oh, it was on smiths. Okay, see, look, the man himself, like how amazing.
So,
Lost because we found a bow on hammer pegs first. Oh man.
Also, shout out to Barnage having like
That was super like
damageless
yeah.
fight there.
That was really well done on Varnage's side.
Yep.
Like slow and steady, but took 0 damage, never got into like any kind of panic mode. He nailed it. Alright, Jesse picking up this bottle here, which finally opens up Sick Kid for us in VOO at the brewery.
Now there is that possibility, right, that Sick Kid does not have a pod small. Just for everybody keeping track of it at home, we are listing out the places that the pod smalls cannot be.
Cannot be.
And Sick Kid is one of them. Actually, that's not entirely true. There could be another bottle out there. Yeah, there's 4 bottles.
Yeah. I mean, it's entirely possible.
I kind of want it to be a pod small now, but it's just 10 arrows.
There was a Bonk Rocks check, and I 100% missed what it was.
It was just like some unimportant cave, I think. But the Bonk Rocks by Link's house is a potentially important thing. Being Blind's hideout.
Let's see. Small. Hey!
Oh! The pod small. The Meyer
and
big.
The Meyer big. That's nice.
And a fire rod.
Oh, there's our fire rod. Okay, so Blind's hut. So we need boots from. Where was that again?
Yeah, so the boots are glove locked.
But not. Not mitts locked.
Not mitts locked because we need that pod small to get the mitts, you know? We also found ether up there, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, this is okay. So I think, tell me if I'm wrong here, but I think we're finally back in some semblance of logic.
I think we're still missing 1 pod small somewhere.
Right. You're true. But as far as like our weird flipper nonsense to get the... No, we still need 1 more pod small to put it fully in logic though.
Yeah.
Boots though. Boots for the win.
Yeah, the boots are coming in clutch here for Barnage. It's just a little unfortunate that like skipping those mitts. Oh, is this the other pod small? Oh, it's a GT small.
Oh, it's the 4th GT small. Hey, so remember earlier when I thought that we had all the GT smalls? Ignore me, I'm the worst. Hey.
Yo, that's another bottle locked behind all 6 pod small keys.
Yeah. So, those 10 arrows from Sick Kid, don't use them. They're not in logic. right.
Oh, we're getting a
Oh,
Bombos
man.
tablet check here, giving us. Oh, there's the other. Oh,
So, unpunished by skipping out on Ice Armos. This could be great for Barnage, though, if he opts to go check that. That's his silver arrows. At this
yeah.
point, I think we are a Kane for sure, because either TR or Misery Mire is our last crystal, so we definitely need a Kane.
Right.
And then potentially some other key shenanigans from Go. Like, it just 100% depends on what our final pendant is. This is starting to wrap up here, but man, is it this is something, to say the least.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, Barnage is gonna definitely need the mirror here very soon. All right, Desert is a crystal. We did just see that on Barnage's side. So we are down to a 50-50 between Mire and Turtle Rock. We know where both big key locations are. It's just a matter of, you know...
A small key on Floating Island.
Ooh.
By the way.
Well, that's interesting.
Barnage going for the density play here in terms of entrance checks.
Yeah, I like
from
this.
following that old man cave. Finding. Yeah, I was about to say, Barnage, what are you doing? You're just gonna completely orphan this like that?
Yeah, and I have a feeling here, you know, he's gonna pop out, you know, at the place with the name. Gosh, Bumper Cave? Bumper Ledge.
Yeah.
I can do these things. I don't see him going into Thieves Town, but he might go over to the Vanilla Skull Woods entrance and open that with his fire rod.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse, meanwhile, going to be getting his boots here shortly-ish.
We assume.
Well, true. Shouldn't assume. You are absolutely correct here.
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty likely. Oh yeah, it's like 100% now.
Yeah. All right, here's our.
Although we thought for sure that Jesse was going to get his bow like an hour ago, and
that's also true. Also true.
Just hit these pegs and then save and quit.
I just feel like opening the portal. Feeling cute. Might skip Dark Death Mountain today. I don't know.
I just wanted to see it, make sure it was still there.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is going to be boots for Jesse here, and then pretty much immediately after that, discovery of Ice Palace. So he'll probably, clear Ice Palace considering it's a crystal.
Yeah.
Seems like a pretty reasonable play. Whoa.
Oh, he's
the
gonna
mirror.
do the Spiral Cave entrance?
Oh.
Yeah. This is literally where they both are. High five.
Yeah. I was going to say, we haven't seen this yet, and I looked over at Barnage's side and saw that we were literally seeing it as I was about to say that, so good job, me.
I mean, excellent job, you, I say. Alright, and this actually... never mind.
Yo, the pod bag!
Oh, baby! Alright, so that does set up Barnage to finally head back to...
Oh no, but Barnage might be like, you know what? I should go fight the boss. I need to fight Helma because I need that pendant. Logically.
I mean, he could. That is absolutely a thing that he could do.
I don't think he would though, because like if you're going for the big chest, like
yeah,
and Pod is a pendant, which I think Barnage does know that, right?
Right. I would hope so. I like this play though into right side TR here to get big chest and crystal roller.
Yeah, it's a couple of really quick checks here.
Yeah.
Blue mail.
Oh,
It's
hey.
pretty nice, except for when you're trying to death warp. You know, you had to take an extra hit there.
Yeah. I mean, at least rollers do like approximately 5,000 points of damage, so, you know.
That is
Like,
true. That's a pretty accurate number.
oh, good. I really trust your knowledge as far as like the numbers go. Like, I know you've been playing a decent bit longer than I have. And so I really appreciate your level of knowledge of this game and also putting up with my shenaniganery with the nonsense as well.
Meanwhile, Jesse is over here doing Ice Palace, as was kind of expected here. You know, I kind of completely forgot that Jesse had that those mitts, so he wasn't really missing out on those two entrances because he could just lift that rock and get to it.
Hey, shout out to Sword on Lava Bridge.
Yo, I think that might be our first logical sword.
That sounds right. Although, how many keys locked?
Actually, I think that might be. I think that might be behind 4 Turtle Rock Smalls.
Oh, geez, Louise. Yeah, that sounds right.
So,
Welp.
so we,
You know?
we still have not found a logical sword.
No. That's so gross, dude. This scene is so gross. I do.
So, challenge to somebody out there in chat who has a friend that really likes cross keys but only playing in logic. Send them this seed.
Yeah. And see what they do. I just want to see if they implode. I mean, what?
I've seen like there's a tournament, I believe, or there was going to be a tournament where like you have to play seeds entirely in logic.
Oh.
I would like to see that, but for cross keys.
Oh. If I'm gonna sit down for 4.5 hours, I'd rather just play like a Zooter or an SMZ3.
That's
but
fair.
Sure.
So we are getting the dark bonk rocks by the bomb shop and getting
there
Sashla.
he is. And Turtle Rock
Turtle
is
Rock.
our one. Okay, so that means Meyer is our final crystal. Meaning Ice Rod on Catfish means nothing. And there's the cane!
The red cane.
So
we're just stealing Saha's walking stick. That is really rude to do to an old man like that.
So technically speaking, that's no mode for us. Because
Desert Big Key?
Oh, wait. I lied. We need a Desert Big and we need a Hera location. I'm a liar.
So yeah, we are in no mode.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you discount those two pieces of information.
Yeah. Who needs them?
Yeah, we're in item no. Well, wait, we're not even in item no mode because we don't know where the Desert Big is.
Well, if you consider that a key as opposed to an item and you separate keys and items, then technically, because we like to be technical here.
Yep. We sure do. Kiki taking 100 rupees from Barnage. You know, I'm sure Barnage really appreciates that slight lag reduction by losing 100 rupees.
Oh, baby.
I think.
Maybe?
Like, there are a lot of things that, you know, we are all led to believe generate lag, and then it comes out like 2 years later that that's actually not the case.
Yeah. Like, remember when people believed that shields cause lag?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I understand, the first one does, but the second and third do not cause additional lag like was originally believed, or something like that. But now that I know that information, like, I just don't know what to believe anymore. Like, everything's a lie. You know, nothing causes lag, and at the same time, everything causes lag.
Yeah.
Barnage going through this connector again, which...
I think he's going to check the Aga entry, like the Castle Tower vanilla barrier bat.
The mid entrance, yeah. But I'm curious why he didn't just save and quit to Sank and just climb up the pier. Oh, he doesn't have the mirror.
He doesn't have the mirror.
That would be a very good reason.
Hey, remember when I said like 2 minutes later we're totally gonna find the last way to make money in this game?
Yo,
I mean, I
and
might have
there it
gotten the
was.
time slightly wrong, but yeah. We found it.
So Barnage heading over here to the front of Turtle Rock. Oh no, this is not the front of Turtle Rock. This is a play at Trinex for that green pendant to take that back to Saha.
This will also give him the front of Turtle Rock access really fast.
Oh yeah, and then he
Instead of
could check
having
those
to,
and those items. Yeah, this is pretty good.
instead of floating to one and climbing a mountain, like this just puts him out there. So you're getting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 items plus the green pendant really, really quickly.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
And
Meanwhile,
you
we
know,
have Jesse over here on Cold Stare. A little bit easier of a time than what Barnage had because we got that Master Sword, but there's still a lot of things that can hurt us a lot, but we also have 2 bottles that Barnage didn't have, so I'm not really sure if this is an easier fight or a harder fight. Probably easier, would be my guess.
Slightly easier, I would say. Still a gross fight, like, let's just be real here. But, you know, doing the thing.
Barnage over here going to have to be a little careful. He does not have a potion, but that ice head is finally down, so we don't have to worry about running out of magic.
Alright, and Cold Stare exploding too.
Yeah.
Trinex getting his explosion here. So Jesse picking up crystal number 3. Barnage picking up pendant number 1, but dungeon number 2.
Yep.
And
just a heart container, so you know.
Barnage has got to be feeling pretty good about his health situation at least.
Yeah, that might be one of the only things though. Because he's like, man, where's Meyer? Like, where's Skull Woods? Where are my mitts? I mean, he's probably not really thinking that though, because you know, as of right now, he probably doesn't even really know that the mitts are locking a whole lot. But maybe he does.
Shoutouts to Jesse just straight up saying, "Nah, fam, I don't want that big key on the library. I don't have Desert Big, but apparently I really don't want that big key."
Maybe he'll go back.
Maybe?
I hope he didn't like forget it.
I hope not either. That would not be a good time.
There's the second castle tower key.
Ew. I mean, we know Lumberjack does nothing.
Right.
So now, where you be going, Jess?
Right, so we got the compass to Turtle Rock in the roller room there, which is really good for just making sure you know for a fact that you got every check out of the way.
Yeah, I approve of this.
Oh, Jesse is getting revenge!
The nemesis
right
here.
The stories that will be passed down from generation to generation. Like, Jesse will be telling his future grandchildren about this. You know, assuming, you know, he's not like child free or any of those things. So I'm hoping that's not the case, because that would have been a very insensitive joke. But, you know, there are some very, very good stories that could be told here.
In either way, like,
I will more
say
money.
He just like his brother and sister-in-law just had a little baby, so he is an official Uncle Jesse. So,
oh, heck yeah. Well, he will tell. Uncle Jesse will have a tale to tell for all time.
Indeed.
You know, and getting that Turtle Rock info, Barnage not having the mirror has to like death warp here. But Jesse getting that red cane.
I love the questions in chat right now. Who's more unruly, your teammates or my students? Definitely my rando babies for sure. Have you met Jon Snoo? If you haven't met Jon Snoo, he's 100% just pure chaos. So green pendant.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, not giving us a whole lot. Jesse finding that pod key and that Meyer big. Now he might be thinking, you know, oh, I did find Meyer, and I just found my fire rod. I'm almost back in logic. I should go start doing some dungeons.
Yeah, this is I would be shocked if we don't see him rushing Misery Mire, honestly.
Yeah, it
and then
honestly
hoping to
makes a
find the
lot of
desert
sense.
big.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Barnage
Ooh.
heading back into pod here. Or not pod. You know, pod GT, same thing.
Yeah. They both have a bajillion items.
Yeah, I like this play. For one, I believe it could lead us finally to that last pod small. But for two, it's just, you know, it's 5 quick checks when really you're looking for items at this point in the game. Like, Crosskeys is this really interesting mode, you know, where you're constantly like flipping back and forth between like, you know, caring about finding entrances and then caring about finding items. And like at different stages of the seed, like you're really prioritizing one over the other. And Barnage at this point is really in item prioritization mode because I think he's seen most of the locations that are available to him at this point.
Yeah, the only locations really that he has not been able to see, obviously Hera on both sides we still have not found, and then he has not seen any of the Mire area checks. There was no connector going in there.
Right. Well, Hera was that that old man ascension thing, unless you meant like the actual.
I meant the dungeon, yeah. Like we haven't found the Hera dungeon.
No!
Hey!
Pod small. I called it. Let's go.
Oh,
we are somehow back in logic.
Yay! It just took right side GT. All right, so Barnage needs to go back to pod.
It's actually not very surprising that the pod small was there, to be honest, because like we needed that to be able to find everything that we don't have.
Yeah, and he is going for it. He's going straight back to pod. He said, okay, fine, video game. I see what you're trying to make me do. The question is, does he go to Helma first, or does he do big chest or harmless Hellway then big chest? Like,
so you know this is a pendant, and you know what's at the head.
Yeah.
I think if you do find the mitts here first, I wouldn't be surprised to see him not do Helma, because those mitts open up so many locations which could have more items.
Yeah. Shout out to Desert Small being cutscene chest, by the way. All right, so he is staying though. I am here for this.
At the very least for the big chest, because it's right here.
Right.
Helma's a little bit of a time sink at this point, considering what the mitts opens. I wouldn't be surprised to see a save and quit after this. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see the Helma play, because it's cross keys. Like, you're already feeling burned by those mitts. You're like, well, there's something else good here, right?
Yeah.
And it does look like we're going to see that play.
I think he's gonna run in here. Just kidding. I thought he was gonna run in here in Death Warp, but I'm a dirty liar. So.
Yo, a small key to this dungeon. Thanks, Meyerberg. Chest.
Wow. How nice. Yeah, I think this routing, unfortunately, for Barnage through pod is a little bit monka. If you're gonna do harmless Hellway and the big chest like that, I feel like it would have been smarter to just do the
big chest first.
Hammer jump first, yeah.
Yeah, especially without like doing the death warp there.
Right.
but they are
Oh,
probably
wow.
wow, another Meyer Small. That's cool. They're probably pretty close in terms of time. Um, and without actually timing it, because I would probably never do that. I'll never know unless
Right.
somebody out there just like does it.
Yeah. Where did red mail end up being? Like, I remember the blue mail, but I don't don't remember seeing red mail.
Turtle Rock.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I didn't actually know that. Jaxie pointed it out in chat, and I just like pretended that information came straight from my brain. It was 100% our trackers.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm
You
here
know,
for it. I'm
they
down with
the,
it.
the trackers do the real work so that we can like give you guys good commentary while still memeing. Um,
Yeah.
so shout outs to
Imagine
them for doing the real work.
imagine being a serious commentator. Keck W.
I mean, they exist and they do a very good job.
They
Um,
do. They do. You're not wrong. But oh boy.
anyway, we have simultaneous bosses again from these runners. I think every single time one of them is they might be talking behind the scenes and saying, I'm about to enter a boss. Are you about to enter a boss? Like, all right, good.
Should toads enter this boss for a fight, bro. Just time it. Oh, Jesse's got to be careful though, because these eyeballs will one-hit him.
Yeah.
I believe he only has green mail. I could be wrong.
I think that's accurate. So Barnage's boss fight going a little bit faster, so that's definitely an advantage to him. Unfortunately, the advantage for Jesse is that his boss has a crystal, and Barnage's has a pendant. So it depends on what you're prioritizing. Faster boss fights versus important items to beat the game will tell you, who really benefited more from that.
Alrighty, so, if you're Jesse at this point, what do? Where go?
Thieves Town, 100%, right? Like, you can't still be waiting for that Thieves Town small.
I'm guessing he must have done the thing with the name earlier, the checkerboard cave entrance.
Yes, he definitely did. I remember that. I don't recall what was there.
Probably nothing. It's fine.
Barnish finally getting. Oh, yeah, it's the other end of Spectacle Rock. Okay.
Oh, hey, look who remembered that there's a big key on the library.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing to remember. So here's the big key to pod for. Wait, that was the pod big?
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
a
even
pod
care
big.
about that one.
No, but he knew it was one, and he knows he still needs desert big, so he's on the
Oh
hunt.
yeah, that's true.
So this will be the Thieves Town. No, it won't. Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb.
Oh yeah, we have not seen King's Tomb yet, so maybe that's Hera.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this is true. I don't think we've seen Vanilla Graveyard Ledge yet either, but I also could 100% be lying.
We have definitely not seen that, unless we have, but I don't think we have.
Unless we have. You know? Jaxie, please. No, no, no.
No, this is a great connector to desert.
I was gonna say that was all we had left, I think. No, you know what we haven't found? We haven't found Turtle Rock Bridge. Like, whatever connects there.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's a pretty important one. And we also have not seen back of Skull Woods, which Jesse might be getting ready to show us, except he's not going that way, so he's not getting ready to show us that unless he's just really messing with us.
This looks like Big Bomb.
I don't hate it.
I don't either.
You're still looking for Hera.
Yeah. And that's exactly where we're at right now. Like, we're looking for Hera. We're trying to avoid going back to pendant pod. He knows my rule on pod is it's only helmet if it's a green pendant. He knows it's not a green pendant. He's channeling his inner Leo, at least for that rule set. P.S. If you are taking the big bomb and you have not beat Aga Tower, flute to 5. I'm pretty sure it's faster. But I could be wrong.
Actually, you know, I kind of do hate this play.
Yeah?
Never mind, actually. So I'm going to keep lying. My brain is just not working right now, and I was going to say we know that this brings us to Sanctuary, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's like right next to there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is a really good play now that my brain is working again a little bit, because Jesse has not yet done the Aga Tower. So he's going to be relieved to see the archery game.
True.
Did we see cutscene chest on Jesse's side, or did he orphan that? Okay.
No, he did it. It was the Desert Palace small.
Gotcha. Yeah, there was a point in time there where I will openly admit where I was just like really focused on Barnage's side.
I won't lie, I've had those moments, but the opposite, like really focused on Jesse's side, because you know we get focused on our teammates. It's
exactly. So here's that archery game on Jesse's side.
Yeah, big bomb opening bombable hut is correct. That doesn't work, Jesse. You were too low. I'm surprised it didn't mirror bonk actually. But
mirror bonking just works in really interesting ways, you know. Is this K45? Have we seen? We have seen K45, right? I believe we saw that with the purple chest.
Yeah, I believe so. That sounds right.
Because I remember being like, why isn't he just mirroring and fluting the 7?
I'm curious where he's going. I guess maybe dark shopping mall, but yeah, okay. That is in fact what is the thing here.
Yes.
Did you just frame rule that that bomb?
Yeah, I believe so. I was just very I was just a little flabbergasted by this routing. I feel like it would have been a little faster to go south from the mirror portal, but maybe that's wrong.
No.
But I
completely agree with you. Yeah.
But also, just like your brain when you're 2 hours into a seed, like really stops functioning. So you just do what seems good. Like I know this very well. Yo, and there's Eastern, and he's like, no, I am not. I am not.
I don't even think there was anything in Eastern. If there was, I don't remember.
We have not seen the big chest.
Yeah, that's true.
And I want to say, a sword.
Jesse could do it, but I 100% agree with doing all this first. It's a pendant too, so he's not going to want to, but again, you still need the Desert Palace big.
Barney's going to have to be careful here because he's like out of arrows.
Yeah? And kind of low-ish on health?
But we're good.
He's manhandling the Vidii and was like, goodbye.
So the second crystal here for maximum Barnage. But the third will come very soon after.
Yeah. Yeah, because Skullwoods is literally a hop, skip, and a jump over. And then he will have his flippers, and I'm going to assume we'll see him rush Swamp Palace after that.
Oh yeah, that would make a whole lot of sense, honestly. I'm really thinking now, while we know it was a nice item to find, I'm starting to think that the mirror is not necessary. They don't lead to anything important.
I don't think yet. Although he doesn't have the Eastern Big, so maybe mirror locked Eastern Big.
That's possible,
But
yeah.
unless there's something on Armos or here in the big chest, that's not gonna matter.
Oh, he got grabbed.
Did he get 1.0?
He got
Oh,
1.0'd.
No. Oof, dude.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Also worth noting, like, so we are still missing the Hera entrance and the Desert Big. There's that last Turtle Rock Small, by the way. Oh yeah, and we have not seen Graveyard Ledge. Good point. That's possibly Hera.
Right.
Like, we are still missing the Hera entrance, the Desert Big, and we're like at that point in a cross key seed where, like, as a runner, you really start to sweat.
Yeah.
Like, why hasn't my opponent finished yet? And when you're still missing so, like, many things, like, that sweating intensifies. So, like,
Yeah.
I cannot imagine being in either of these runner shoes right now. Like, usually at the 2-hour mark, if you're not in go mode, you're like an item away.
Right. And see, now Jesse's gonna also be thinking, like, crap, like, there's my back of escape, you know, what's there? Jesse also has GT Big, and with Bow and all that, like, that's another option, is he could do the climb. Which would be gross, but it is an option. Again, the only thing we'd be looking for is Desert Big. He's also really, and Barnage is doing this too, but Barnage has the excuse of no Thieves Town Big because it's right there.
He's going to head straight to Thieves, I bet.
Like, yeah, and that's just it. Like, Jesse's hard putting off Thieves Town because he wants the small key.
So, like, I think you make the Thieves play here, because if you find the Desert Big, and potentially the Mirror, I was gonna say, then you can just go mode Swamp.
Yeah.
Speaking of Swamp, though, we did not see the big chest contents on Jesse's side.
That's true.
All
right.
Could be the Desert Big.
No Eastern Palace Big locked necessities here.
Also, how I was saying earlier about, like, seeds where you're just, like, go mode -1 at the 2-hour mark. I just want to shout out this one cross key seed I played one time where I was, like, legitimately go mode -1 at, like, the 1 hour 20-minute mark, and it took me like 40 minutes to find said item. It was really cool. Yeah, it was not enjoyable.
It's so gross.
Like, I have a very warped definition of cool.
I mean,
but yeah, there are still, there are so many memes that could still happen. Like Chad is pointing out, like, we could still have the Desert Big on the Hera Big Chest, which would be really cool.
This is absolutely true and disgusting.
Yo, Jesse about to go to the back of Escape with that Hyrule Castle small key and find, like, literally a compass and like 25 rupees or something like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be super, super great. I want to know what this big chest is.
Yo, it's a shield.
It's the last shield, because we just got another shield off of Armos.
Yeah, we did.
So, oh boy.
As somebody who, like, really wants to see, like, the series go as long as it can, and, like, wants to be a good sport, like, you know, I'm really happy to see that. As somebody who, like, wants to see his team win, like, I was really hoping for the Desert Big Key there.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. Like, dude, you don't understand how bad I want a co-op retrance. Like, I want a game 5. This sounds
co-op retrance is great, especially because then I get to just, like,
fun.
I get to watch Maniacal and Barnage, just, like, yeah, it's a good time. Yo, I was right. 25
we get to watch
rupees.
them do this, basically. Except they get to talk to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, as much as I would love for my team to be like, hey, every single round we've gone 3-1, and, like, that was it. And as much as I'm like, yeah, let's do that again, I want a game 5. I want a game 5. Kaysden has denied us a game 5 every single week.
Yo, also, by the way,
Yeah.
huge shout outs to Jesse finally checking the left Hyrule Castle entrance at 2 hours and like 7 minutes.
Who needs it? Thieves Town finally? Is that what this is?
Absolutely not. Still waiting for that small key.
Yeah, where are we going? What are we doing? What is this? Desert Right. Desert Right.
Oh yeah, because Jesse did find that desert small key, so no save scum required.
Yeah.
Yo, and that is crystal number 4, you know, on Barnage's side. So, you know, you all thought that Barnage was like behind by a lot. Well, think again.
Right?
Except for that mirror, you know.
Yeah. Secondary thought here. GT Big Key? I don't remember where that was.
Yeah, it existed.
Yeah. Mirror is on Smith.
Yeah,
GT Big Key was somewhere. Ice Palace entrance, apparently.
Okay. This might be a Smith play by Barnage, but it's actually not because it's going to be Thieves Town. Makes a lot more sense than doing Smith right here. But we're probably going to find Hera right here on Jesse's side, so just kidding.
Ooh.
But if this is the Desert Big, it's not. So I think now we actually know that the mirror can still lead to Hera, now that I think about it, because it could be at the
Mimic Cave.
The Vanilla Mimic Cave, yeah.
Yeah. Which I think at this point, correct me if I'm wrong, our connector to get there has to be Vanilla Skull Woods.
Well, we'll find out in about, I want to say like 30 to 45 seconds. Are there any other connectors out there that we found and just did not follow? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Death Mountain Ascent was leading out of Hera, like we had said, and we found that at Dark Sanctuary. Death Mountain Descent Cave was from the bottom/middle of Paradox to Floating Island. Brothers was TR, and
it's Hera. We don't need the mirror.
Hi, what's up, Hera? Hey, look, a cave. Now we can go through Bumper Cave.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's just a race of who finds the Desert Big first.
Yeah. If it's here in Thieves Town, that could be good for Barnage.
If it's here in Hera, that could be good for Jesse. Like, it's
that's
what it is. It's literally just like, well,
like literally whoever finds it first, like it's good for that person.
Yeah.
The good news for Barnage here, though, I think, is that like here you're so close to that fire rod locked entrance that you probably go do that next.
Yeah.
The bad news is like you're still looking for that big key.
Right.
And you could very, very quickly find the mirror while looking for that and get sucked into a lot of location checks.
This is very true. Yeah. And at this point, it's really no joke. So I was looking at my notes here. Eastern Palace Big Key is in Hammer Pegs, by the way.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so that could push, like, picking up Smith and checking that could be another thing as well. Small key to Thieves.
Oh, to Thieves.
He's gonna go right there.
Yeah, he's gonna right there.
This, man, video game.
It's a good one.
Hey, look, another sword on blind.
Yo, and look, another like 2 boss fights happening at the exact same time. Like I forgot to point that one
What?
out.
No
Crazy.
way. Oh,
Yo, Jesse going back
Jesse
in for
going back.
the basement.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
With where this is, I don't hate it either. You're an item from Go Mode at this point. Or, well, a key, but whatever. In Jesse's situation here, I would not be shocked if we see him go after this. Like, obviously he's gonna go clear Thieves Town, but I think we're gonna also see him go maybe to GT, do right side GT, and potentially even the climb. Which means he'll go back to do Ice Armos as well, very likely getting his silvers, unless he gets Desert Palace Big before then.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I feel like for density's sake, like that's his best option.
Yeah. Barnage doing the Smith, but doing Hammer Pigs first.
Yeah, so gonna pick up his Eastern Palace Big key in here. Then save and quit and turn in little buddy.
Yep. We did find the compass to Thieves Town in the Hare basement, so Jesse will rest assured that he doesn't miss any items, but with the help of that little tracker up there.
Yeah. Alright, so there's our big for Eastern.
And Barney's just like, oh my goodness, like why is it the Eastern?
Yeah. Well, and this kind of makes sense though. Like logically speaking, this is what we expected, right? Like we expected to be able to get everything we needed to clear all 3 pendants. And lo and behold, because logic says go get your Hera big. Best case scenario for Barnage right now is Hera big on or I'm sorry, Hera big chest having the Desert Palace big.
Yeah, for sure. You know, if it's the if it's the if the big key is here in the thieves big chest, like it's basically instant GG.
Yeah. Counter thought here, by the way. Mars, Bringer of War.
Oh, that'd be a really good choice too, TBH.
Yeah. Dude.
No, and Barnage just bringing the our buddy the frog just all over the place.
I'm here for this. I like this.
You know, and Barnage does not have the hair small, so you know he's not going to get baited into that basement.
True, but how will he be able to keep track of the fact that he still has 1 item left in Thieves Town?
I really don't know.
Man, I feel for Barnage right now.
All right, so moment of truth here on Jesse's side in, you know, about a minute. Oh, something is missing, Barnage.
That's twice. That's twice now. Hey, is that Barnage's first bottle?
It is.
Not mirror locked.
True.
Yo, that sword setup for that Bumper Dash is kind of life.
It is pretty good.
I'm
all right,
fan.
so what are we going to have here? In the thieves. Yo, there's that thieves thing. Oh no, it's the big key to desert.
All right, so
Jesse in Go mode.
15, yeah, 217.15 for Go mode for Jesse. Barnage getting his Thieves Town small, probably thinking in his head, God dang it. Like, and the crystal ate Jeremiah, by the way.
It sure did. Barnage is like going back through Skull Woods, which almost makes me think like this could be a Thieves Town big chest play, but probably not.
If it is, this is going to be a really very tight race.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. With Jesse having the slight lead, but this is not that.
No, yeah, he's going back to get the Smith,
he
unfortunately.
he really wants the Smith. Actually, no, he doesn't. He wants
Hold on. Big Bomb. Nope.
no.
Nope. What was here?
Yes, the
Oh,
sick kid.
yeah. I had marked that off my list because it was nothing. So, about that.
Yeah, so
right,
Jesse
back.
just needs to head right over to the back of desert here, which I am like 99% sure he knows where it is.
Yeah, it's the Dark Mountain Ferry.
Yes.
So, a little annoying to get to, but like, you know, it's also just go fast. Like,
Right.
that's literally what mode he's in right now, is go fast mode.
Meanwhile, Barnage about to get their mirror and just like, yeah, that's the worst thing you can find in this scenario.
I was going to scream if Jesse ran into the bubblegum blob.
Yeah, he like has like 700 lines of text, not an exaggeration, by the way. Like that would have been what Barnage needed to really come back in this one.
Yeah. Man, like, and that's just it. Like, you called it. Like, unfortunately, finding that mirror is also going to just push Barnage to looking everywhere for that Desert Big except for Thieves Town.
And it makes a lot of sense for that to be the case, because it's just like,
why would you go back there?
You were already there. This this mirror opens up like lots of things. Now, one thing in his potential defense is like, if you're like me and a complete like masochist at tracking, like I have like an entrance tracker and I also have emo tracker open when I play cross keys, and I track like locations that have items as I find them. So like he might be able to look at that and be like, oh man, like I've actually found everything important.
Right.
Very unlikely, because like I'm just completely insane.
No, I get it though. Like that's why I use the code tracker package, because like it combines, you know, that emo tracker like item thing plus the icons of like Ceph tracker, and then you can also add like little mini notes to each like location. So like something that I put down was like on Hyrule Castle, like I can hover my Hyrule Castle spot and then I see a glove, because I know that's where we got glove. Things like that. This though, this is something. Like I feel for Barnage right now, because like that's so gross. And let's be real here, like that Thieves Town Small was incredibly locked. Like it's locked by PED.
Oh yeah,
You know?
it is.
So technically speaking, chat, PED
Yeah, we got
locked.
a pet seed here.
We had a PED seed, logically.
Well, actually, we knew that anyway, because
That's true.
Hera was a crystal.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
But anyway, Jesse here in the Ganon fight, going to make pretty quick work of Ganon. Unfortunately, does not have the silver arrows, because Ice Armos were a thing early in the seed.
Yeah. Hilariously enough, though, Barnage is probably going to get silvers if he continues here after Jesse finishes, which I'd be totally proud of him for doing. Like,
yeah.
cross keys is just a thing.
Oh, and Jesse saying, like, did you find the heroes in my tower? Like, are you serious? Like, I mean, they could be on the climb, but, you know, it's just, it's very hurtful to see all that.
Alright, we got one blue goo, Jesse. This is it.
Is it just one? I thought there were two, unless he already used one.
He used one for something? Like, I think just, like, going up Death Mountain or something like that. Like, walking around, he was, like, a little low on health, so he used one. Or he burned one in Cold Stare, which 100% makes sense because Cold Stare's a jerk.
And yeah, and since he had 2 and apparently used one, that would be correct that he only had 1 left and now has 0. The math checks out. You know, a degree in mathematics, you know, is very good for arithmetic.
Says the former math teacher.
So, with that 12th spin, Gannon is down. So, assuming Jesse does not fall off the bridge here, get your GGs in chat for Radical Sniper, who we've been calling Jesse this whole time. As he brings JKLOL to a 1-1 tie in this best of 5 series.
Yay! And finishing with a race time GG time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 29 seconds. Can we also talk about how Pig exploding simultaneously with Barnage picking up those silver arrows?
Oh, yeah, and also making his screen explode. So I'm telling you, they were coordinating, making things happen. Oh
man. What a thing.
And we are joined by Jesse. GG's.
This has been a fun thing. GG, dude.
Yeah, this is a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, thank you, by the way. I had specifically asked Jesse the other day, hey, please don't put me in a do or die situation for game 3, please and thank you. And he delivered, so I'm thrilled.
So, what are your thoughts on this one, Jesse? Because this was a really, really fun seed to watch, and also not to like plug Leoria and I, but like definitely you should watch this one back.
And I want to watch this one back
because we had like some pretty good memes going about how everything in this game was locked behind 6 pod smalls.
Oh my god, that was killing me the whole time. Every step of the way when I'm just realizing more and more is locked behind this, you know. I get the sword and the mitts and I'm like, okay, that's fine, you know. Let me chase these things, and then I find Meyer and Skull. I'm like, okay. And then Skull had the flippers, and then I'm like, okay, so I need a fire rod and the sixth pod small to unlock Skull to unlock Swamp. And then I get a second sword out of Swamp, which leads me to the Bombos tablet, which had a bow.
Which, by the way, the other bow is behind Ice Armos, so...
Oh, was it Ice Armos?
Shoutouts to that.
Oh, that stings.
Yeah, it was definitely a like, oh no, whenever you saved and quit. But then you pulled the Bombos tablet one and it was like, oh, okay.
So, I'll be honest, I get that like, I get the opportunity to do it. And I'm like, I can either go for the hammer strats, which I was like, I don't have the health for this. I'm going to screw it up. And then I was like, I could boomerang it. And then I just was like, why am I going to waste the time to get 48 boomerang hits on each Armos to get through this fight for 3 checks that are so far down the logic chain right now? And no. I did hear
there's also a key there too. I forget the what though.
I will say
big.
Oh.
Which
I will
led
say
to the final shield.
Oh, great. That whole question about the potions, I can tell you exactly when I used the one. I did use one in Cold Stare. I bought one right after. Because I think after Ice was when I hit back for Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then, so I got another potion, so I had 2. But then I forget what I had done, and I was heading for a dark shopping mall, and I burned one of them there.
Oh, I do remember that.
I was like, I remember you walking in the dark world and using one, but I couldn't remember where.
Yeah, Dark Shopping Mall, I was down to like 4 hearts, and those bomber enemies have killed me numerous times in the past. So I am not chancing that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
but
I'd say it was Willard who coined them the green bomb-dropping idiots.
That's
which is what I'm calling.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
perfect.
calling them that from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking at where Barnage is, and just that's. I'm guessing that my waiting a little longer to get that Thieves small key is the big difference here.
Yeah, he got it off of he did Thieves Town before going to Hera, and pulled the Thieves Town small key off of it, and then started running back down, and we're thinking like, oh, he's going back for Thieves Town right away, and we've just been wrong with like every call we've made today. And
That's
so
a tough call to make.
Instead he went to Sick Kid and then picked up the Smith and did Smithy things, and now it's the series of mirror shenanigans.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. That mirror was great. I looked really quickly on Discord afterwards because I was like, okay, I'm like returning to the world of not in the bubble.
Yeah.
And like one of the Discords, there was a clip of, I guess, me getting the mirror. I didn't get to watch it yet. I was like, of course, because who doesn't love mirror on Smith?
Mm-hmm.
So no, that's great.
Gray like apparently shouted out loud in the voice chat watch party in 40 Bonks. So I will say that was, pretty hysterical. There were some fun chat shenanigans. I'm really glad you didn't end up climbing GT, which I'm assuming if you didn't find the desert big where you did was probably the next play.
Next play was going to be right side and climb, probably.
Yeah.
The other thought I had was maybe a return to TR. Like, I think at that point I didn't have many options.
And we are joined by Maximum Barnage, who did decide to say FF for now. This is a hot mess express. I totally get it, dude. GG though.
GG.
Yeah, GG. I was like, wait, why aren't they calling me for an interview? I'm like, oh shit, I didn't forfeit.
Yo, language, bro, language.
Oh no,
we are PG on
PG
SpeedGaming
channel. Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But yeah, GG's. What big key is that? Desert. That's the one.
Yeah, it's hiding somewhere. Don't tell me where it is. I'm still looking for it.
Okay.
All right. No spoilers then.
No. Everything but the desert big key. Anyway, like, where was, like, I don't know, I probably got outrouted to the Moon Pearl, and almost certainly got outrouted to the Titan's Midst, and at that point I was pretty sure I was lost, so...
Yeah, well...
So...
You were a little behind to the Moon Pearl, but not by enough that, like, it would have made or broken anything. But the Midst was definitely really unfortunate solely because of how much it locked, even though, it was locked behind 6 pod small keys, and those pod small keys were just like everywhere in the universe, and then like everything that was behind the Midst was just more and more progression.
Hey, I found it. We can talk about the seed now.
Yay! So in that particular case, Jesse was just hard putting off Thieves Town until he could find the Thieves Town small, and so ended up doing the vanilla Skullwoods entry, which obviously we know is Hera, doing that first, and that put him in the position to get that Desert Palace big when he was in Thieves Town.
Right, yeah. I mean, like, I literally just did those things in reverse order.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as the Thieves Town small showed up, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
This could be a thing.
You running back out, we were really excited for a second because we were like, oh man, he's going right back for it. Like, he's going to go back for it really fast, and then you just kept going south, and we're like, wait, what's here again? What are we doing?
Well, I lost my Smith, but I also picked up the first bottle of the seed at 2 hours and 18 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so there's a sick kid down there. I was like, this is a good opportunity for me to pick up my Smith again.
Right. Which made complete and total sense. It was just, it just was really unfortunate to have essentially done done them in just the opposite order, and that it unfortunately threw that much, like, you know,
So,
threw it to the wayside.
So I'm guessing the mirror locks nothing then.
Nope.
Correct.
Locks
It's a
nothing.
giant red herring.
I was gonna say it routed convenience.
Yeah, that was about
that
it.
was about it.
Well, it's. I mean, like, it could route convenience if, you know, you got it at any point that was relevant.
That was not
completely debate you at the very end of the seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a good bit early to the boots, however, which led to some, like, the boots and the mitts kind of both really led to, like, a lot of things this seed. It was pretty interesting that 2 items that in cross keys can be red herrings.
Yep.
Were absolutely not in this seed.
Right.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I definitely fell victim to some nerves when I couldn't locate them. Like, I was like, I have nothing left in the light world. Like, this is where you start, like, panicking and starting to think about maybe I mistracked or something like that.
Oh,
like,
looking for Moon Pearl?
Yeah, did I leave a location? Because, like, I went into Ganon's tower just because it's like, even if you're not sure where to go in cross keys, you kind of got to keep the feet moving, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
True,
And
true.
so that was like the move of me just like going to Ganon's tower and then realizing I didn't have the health to bomb jump to the Stalfos room. Like, there was just like, there was a couple of things like that before I realized I was like, oh, it has to be a bunny walk.
Yo, Pog Ped Pull.
Yeah. Well,
10 minutes ago.
I mean, to be fair, I was like, after we finished, I was like, let's just, like, you know, show off some cool locations, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's convenient that, you know, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get to go to Hera, do a small key, do a big key. I got all kinds of stuff. So
I'm actually really excited to see what's in the big chest here. Like, because, you know, obviously we didn't see it. I'm very curious.
I'm gonna, spoiler alert, it's not as cool as what's in the big chest of Thieves Town.
Oh, dang.
Man.
It's funny that those boots, like, that's the second time in the last 3 races that I've had something of very high importance in the liftable hookshot cave rock. Like, it's been happening more and more, and I seem to route around it for a little while longer than I want to.
Yeah.
Because
we were also go ahead.
No, earlier, like, within the last week, I had a hammer in there for a seed, and then boots today, so that's so much fun. Like, I just didn't want to go back there. Like, who wants to go back up there for anything when there's, like, literally nothing there?
I kind of liked my path to it because, like, I had just gotten the big key of Ice Palace, and so I just routed the Turtle Rock exit, which was like in the light world somewhere really easy to get to, and then lifted the rock and then went to go to Ice Palace. So it was just kind of like on the way.
Yeah, Jesse, we were really glad that you were able to get back and get your revenge on those blue guards in the Aga Tower.
Yes.
Oh, can I say that was terrible and very reassuring when I finally went back and found nothing there? Dying twice in that room, like, oh, I'll be honest, like, I don't like to say this because I think it's like, it's rough to say, and, like, you know, it was still a great race between Barnage and I, but, like, I look at the first hour of this race and go, oh my god, what was I doing? Like, there were so many moments early in this race, and even towards the midpoint, like, when I did Ice Palace and completely forgot to go do Library.
Oh, don't worry, buddy.
Right
there
there.
are plenty of Jesse pleases.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, no, it was like, I felt great going into today, and then, like, my routing / execution today was not my norm. So, I mean, it's great to get a win, and, like, I'm happy for that. But wow, that was. Whew.
Nerves are a thing, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
usually not.
I was
but today it
obviously
was
there.
apparently.
So.
Well, and that's something that Ninjembro and I were kind of talking about, like, right at the beginning of the seed of, like, you know, we made our main goals, right? Like we got invitational and, you know, and now we're in the finals. And part of it's just kind of like, yeah, we made the main goal. So like pressure's down, but also pressure's really high because now we want to win. Like
pressure was down last week. Pressure's
Yeah.
really high, I think, for this one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's
The pressure
I
has
think
re-risen.
part of it, honestly, was that like I look at how I did last week, honestly, as kind of like a little bit of a punch in the arm of like I wasn't happy with my result last week. Like I had a good race, but in a rough seed, I took a loss that I wasn't very happy with. So I felt like personally this week I got to come back. Almost like, this week the pressure's on to kind of do it finally again and get back on par with where I want to be.
I mean, we
that?
shared last week when I lost and ended up going 3-1. I was like, wow, I didn't even do anything, and we made it on.
and that's in there.
And that's the thing. Is like we joked about this. Is that our 3 rounds leading up to this, we each did that.
Yeah.
Leo in the first round, Kazden in the second round, and then me in the third round. Like each one of us had taken a loss in a 3-1 win. So it was hilarious for us. But yeah.
Whew. And Kazden apparently Kazder.
Kazder.
Kazden forever denying us our game 5.
Game 5 doesn't exist, apparently.
No, apparently not.
Well, I'm certainly hoping for a game 5 in this one, so so that I can put up at least a 500 record in playoffs, because winning would be very bittersweet. They're going 2 and 3, so. But
true.
All right. Well, that's all I got, guys. I don't know. Am I still racing there?
You're standing.
Yeah.
You're standing still.
No, I was standing still for a little while. I think that was when I was figuring out that I was. Yeah.
I think you're heading to Thievestown right now.
I am a-okay not having this finish out. I did already forfeit. This is all for the rest of the show. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts then before we do the thank yous and the goodbyes and the hyping for tomorrow's match? Yikes-a-roni, but yay.
No, GG's Jesse. It's been fun prepping for this match and playing against you on ladder where possible. So
yeah, GG's. This is a fun one.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, thanks Comms, thanks Leo and Ninjumbro, thank you Toffile and Jaxie Tracking, thank you SpeedGaming for having us.
Well, thanks for stealing the thank yous right out of my mouth.
It's the calm in me,
I know. I feel it though. Well, if you liked what you saw, go click those links in the chat that Shadowman put in there. Go click them. And then go click the little heart button that says follow, because these guys put on a great show and you need to go and follow them. And then go click Ninjumbro because he's really good at the game and you should follow him. And follow the trackers. And I don't stream enough, so don't bother.
Okay, definitely bother. Definitely bother following Leoria.
I stream for competition and that's it. Like, I really don't have enough time.
If you play this game, download her MSU.
Oh no. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If we're gonna do any shout out for you, like the 8-Bit Disney MSU, well, we can't use them. It's definitely worth listening to.
It's a fun one. I enjoy it. I need to finish my new one eventually. Anyway, enough of that. Thanks again to everybody for hanging out with us. Y'all have a wondrous rest of your evening. Check out Game 3 tomorrow at 8 p.m. featuring Maniacal of Bottles on Empty and me on JKLOL. Where it's going to be Kaz Boots. We're going to go fast. At least I hope. And then, Ninjumbro, any final things? Because I'm running out of words to say.
No, I think you covered it all, and looking forward to the rest of the series here.
Yeah. Go teams. Have a great evening, y'all.